Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Dom. I'm here with Anthony and my mom. This is the A word, and she's micless, so you're welcome, I guess. Just kidding. Yeah. So some crazy stuff. We had as we were talking about on our podcast, the last one, we had WWDC, and also the same day there was E3 as well. And Microsoft showed off the Xbox One a little more, and Sony showed off the PlayStation 4 a little more. Well, a lot more, since they only really showed us the controller at the previous keynote for that. But I do have a question for you guys, and this is going to come. We're going to talk about this a little more, in later on in the episode. But this has absolutely nothing to do with Apple, so this might be a little bit refreshing or a little scary for some of you. I don't know. The question is, Xbox One or PlayStation 4? What's your answer? So we'll talk about that in a little bit. Let's jump into some recent happenings this week. For one, we do have iWork for iCloud beta is now available to registered developers. And actually, I had a chance to try this out. If you have a developer account, you can go to beta.icloud.com and log in with your credentials. And you can actually use the iWork for iCloud suite. Now, the only caveat to this that I've noticed is that you do have to own the iWork applications to be able to use them. At least that's what it was for me. I can't, say that this is going to happen for everybody, but because I do own the Pages and Keynote app for iOS, so it allowed me to use that. I could not save any documents or anything in the Numbers app though, because I do not own that application. So I think that was part of the problem with that, is because I don't own that application. Of course, that would make sense that they want you to own the applications you're going to use in the cloud, right?
Yeah.
You would think so. That kind of makes sense, that they would want you to have ownership of those apps. So iWork for iCloud, though, is pretty cool, and I actually have a video up on it. If you guys want to go check it out, you can at youtube.com/macmixing. I put up a video on that, just demonstrating the basic workflow and just kind of how everything looks and flows in it. I mean, it really does work like the native application. And my mom's taking a picture of my phone for some reason.
iOS 7.
Here, can I have it now, please? Please? I need it. I got a text message. Who's texting me? Oh. Anyway, but it works really well. iWork for iCloud beta. For being a beta, it works pretty well. You can use it exactly like the standalone desktop or iOS app, and it's pretty enjoyable, actually. And of course, any changes that you make, the cool thing about this is any changes that you make will obviously reflect on your Mac apps for iWork or your iOS apps. And also, aside from that, you can do it on Mac or PC. It's going to work across platforms. So in case maybe,
well, that's nice.
Yeah, maybe maybe you're at the office or something and you only have a PC for whatever reason, then you can edit your iWork stuff in the web browser there, and then it'll automatically sync to your other devices with the iWork applications. So that is how that works. Another thing I noticed too when I was trying to use the Pages and Keynote app when I was testing it is that you do have to have iCloud storage enabled for those apps. And once you open up the application, it'll prompt you to do that. So not a big deal. But you can check out the full video overview of that on YouTube. Like I said, go check it out. You can go check it out on the YouTube channel. This is an old piece of news right here. Long time ago, we talked about this last year, actually. That Jobs movie is finally getting ready to launch on August 16th. They were talking about it we've been talking about this since, I don't know.
A while.
Yeah, a long time, since 2012 at least. But now it looks like it's actually going to be released on August 12th. So stay tuned for that. There's not really much more information on that, but you can go find out all the information you need. Just look up Jobs movie on Google, and you'll be able to find out more information about that. So let's go ahead and close out that window. But okay, so there's been a lot of Apple's been getting a lot of crap over the icon designs in iOS 7. A lot of people are not liking.
Not this people.
A lot of people are not into the new look of some of these icons. Now, here's what Apple claims. Well, okay, so this is from the Next Web, and let's see. The Next Web wrote this piece saying that Johnny Ive actually put Apple's marketing team in charge of iOS 7 icon design. And here's a quote from that. First of all, many of the new icons were primarily designed by members of Apple's marketing and communications department, not the app design teams. From what we've heard, and we've is referring to the Next Web because that's where this quote comes from. From what we've heard, the SVP of design, Johnny Ive, also now Apple's head of human interaction, brought the print and web marketing design team in to set the look and color palette of the stock app icons. Then they handed those off to the app design team, who did their own work on the interiors of the application. So that's, I mean, who knows what that means, but it's very possible that those designs could be tweaked a little bit before the final release, which is coming in the fall. It's very possible that could be adjusted.
So that sounds like they're trying to market it towards like having different colors marketed to their audience for different.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you said you like them, right?
Oh, I do. So whatever they did right.
I just popped open a nice, refreshing, cold Diet Dr. Pepper. I'm just kidding. What? Okay, well,
Mom likes them too.
They're mother approved, so iOS 7 mother approved. Yeah.
One thing I noticed on iOS 7 is when I do like how you can go into landscape mode to switch apps. That's nice. But
only
you can't
if you're in
switch,
an app
exactly.
when you're in landscape mode.
You can't switch. It doesn't let you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to. I mean, but aside from all the features and stuff, which we'll brush over a little bit here, the icons themselves, people aren't liking the icon designs at all.
I don't understand why.
Well, here's the thing, okay? If you don't like the icon designs, go to a different operating system.
Yeah.
Sorry to be so blunt, but if you don't like it, that's why there are options. You have options. You're not forced to stick with one thing. If you don't like it, get out of here. There's the door. Don't let it hit you in the butt on the way out.
Don't upgrade.
Or that you also do have the option to upgrade to an extent. I mean,
yeah.
You can avoid it, but then eventually if something happens to your device, then you may be forced to upgrade. Now that is the only downside. Yeah, you are forced to upgrade. Unless, of course, you have like an iPad 1 or an iPod Touch 4th generation that aren't even compatible with the software, then you don't have to upgrade at all.
Wait, you said forced?
4th gen.
No, you said forced to upgrade?
Well, I mean, eventually, if something happened to your device,
okay, yeah.
or if you needed to, you know what I mean? Like you don't have an option to downgrade is what I'm saying. You have to be on the latest firmware unless you avoid it to all ends, which in that case, you'd only be forced to upgrade if you like dropped your phone in a pool or in a toilet or something. So, yeah, or if you have a LifeProof case, then actually now an OtterBox case because they have officially been purchased by OtterBox. That happened a while ago, though. So, I don't know. People are hating on the icon designs. They say that the marketing team designed them and maybe that they might be tweaked in the future before the release. We'll see as the betas roll out. I believe this beta is set to expire. This is via I Hate Snow on Twitter. I think it's July 24th or 25th. So maybe we'll have a beta before then. Hopefully we'll have a beta before then. And we can see if anything's different or any new features have been added. During WWDC, like we talked about, Apple released the new 13-inch and 11-inch MacBook Air. Just better solid-state drive performance, better graphics performance, and longer battery life. And from this article here, from Engadget, actually, they said that it was right on par with like the battery life.
Yeah.
That they were saying. Yeah, they said that it was pretty impressive, and I would totally buy it too because I mean, there's a lot of power management going on inside of that new MacBook Air. And I'm still trying to decide. You may or may not see a video on that here pretty soon. So stay tuned for that. Maybe. Let's move on here. So on the iOS 7 features now, I put up quite a few videos about iOS 7 and stuff. So if you haven't seen those, they've been going up throughout the week. I think I put up like 14 or something this week. Something crazy like that. I don't know. It's ridiculous. I don't think I've ever put up so many videos in the span of a few days as I have in the last week. So you can check all those out. Let's see. There's here, we'll just run through some of these features. I'm going to give you guys a brief overview because last time when we talked about it, we just talked about the initial, first impression of, when we saw it. But since then, I've had a chance to really dig into some of these different features here. And one of which, one of my favorites actually, is Siri. Some of the new features for Siri, you can turn on and off Wi-Fi and Bluetooth with Siri.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you can actually pull up somebody's full Twitter feed with Siri, which may be, kind of gimmicky for some people. It's not really for everybody. But
do you know if you can search the App Store with Siri?
I don't know. We could try that. Find words with... dang it.
You didn't know what to find.
Find words with friends in the App Store. Let's see. What? Oh, hold on. She's thinking. Well, that was a failure. Let's try it again. Find words with friends in the App Store. So, Siri's a little shy tonight. Okay. That's okay. No, I'm not. I'm just going to leave it alone. So, obviously you can't do that if you're looking for an answer there.
Point.
Not at this point. You cannot search the App Store with Siri. But you do have, like I said, those toggle features that you can toggle on, like Wi-Fi or the flashlight. Turn on flashlight, and it'll turn on the backlight.
That's nice.
Which is kind of stupid, though. I mean, because honestly, you could just pull up Control Center right here and then turn on the flashlight.
Checking on that.
Oh, checking on it.
Here's what I got.
Oh, no, she just searched the web for words with friends.
Try search the App Store.
Siri, please.
Search the App Store for words with friends. Let's see. 10 days later. Well, we'll just keep going while she's figuring that out. So
she's probably, a little tired from everybody.
What's funny is I just noticed that I can pull up Control Center while Siri is doing something.
That's nice.
And whatever, and then pull it down and still working, taking forever. So another thing that's
layers for you.
Another thing that I thought was cool, and we did talk about this last time, but I still want to bring it up again, is the lock screen. We do have access to the notification center from the lock screen, which takes, oh, here we go. Wait, it's doing something. No, nothing yet. Okay. Checking on that. No, it just keeps wanting. Okay, Siri just keeps wanting to search the web, so you cannot search the App Store. That has been confirmed right now. The lock screen. Okay, so you can pull down the notification center from the lock screen, which is very handy to be able to see, everything that you have going on right from your lock screen. Any missed notifications, anything like that. Now, I'm not really digging this Today tab. I mean, I don't know. It just seems like I think that the Today tab should not be first. And
does it automatically pop up first?
Yeah. It's the first tab in the thing, and I do not believe. Now you can turn it off. Okay, granted they give you the option to turn it off.
Turn off the tabs altogether.
You can turn off the Today view. So if I don't want Today, like that Today view, I can turn it off, and then it won't show up. It'll just show all or missed for notifications. But I would just like to be able to simply move it. I mean, because I don't mind it all of the time. There's certain things that I would prefer to have in there. I would just like to actually move it out of the way. And oh wow, I have a lot of notifications now. So
does that mean it's stored? I mean, you can disregard notifications until tomorrow, and then it'll be on there as
No. This Today tab just gives you a rundown of everything that you have going on today. Any
Today.
calendar events,
Okay.
any reminders, any alarms you have set, your up-to-date little weather information. And so here's my theory on that, because they don't have the weather or the stocks widget anymore for the notification center, but you can turn on the stocks widget for the Today view. So if you turn on the stocks widget and you go to the Today view, you can see all the stocks right there,
Yeah.
So, and at the top, they have the weather, mostly clear conditions with a heat index of 102, clear tonight with a low of 82. So it gives you the weather at the top there. I think them taking away those stock and weather widgets is Apple's way of saying to forget about any third-party API for developing notification center widgets. Because that's all they got bothered about when they introduced those two widgets.
Well, I hope that they do come out with their own, though.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think they're killing the widget. They're killing the notification center widget with this thing. But whatever. I don't really care. I didn't really care for... I mean, widgets are cool, but... Notification center widgets are cool, but really, are they... How super practical is it all the time?
No, yeah.
Depending on the functionality.
Depends.
Depends
on which kind of widget.
Like, if you have, like, toggles like that, but now that's in Control Center.
Yeah.
So, that takes the place of any, toggle widgets. iTunes Radio. I found it to be pretty useful. It definitely favors you buying music, of course, as you would expect. They want you to buy music from the iTunes store. So
Any
you'll
discounts?
no. You'll have a little purchase bubbles or little purchase thing at the top of, when you're listening to a song, it'll say buy this song or whatever.
Can you can add it to like a favorite or a cart, right? Save it for later, buy it.
I don't believe so. Let me see. Hold on. Let me try. I'm playing something. I mean, from what I see here, you just have buy song.
That's it.
Yeah.
I thought they mentioned something about how you could save.
Wait.
If you
I'm
didn't
wrong.
want to get it right now.
There is, you can star it,
Star it.
and then you can put add to iTunes wish list.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
so,
cool.
So that is handy, okay? So if you press the star button, you can do that. But I found it to be pretty cool. I mean, it's definitely a good competitor. People want more features, I guess. I noticed, too, and I have a video overview on this if you guys want to check it out on the YouTube channel. If you can only skip 6 times in an hour. That's the limitations.
Yeah, just like everything else.
That is the same limitations as Pandora or anything like that. So I think that's a record label thing, not an Apple thing.
Industry standard.
I think it's just, if they let too many people skip too many things at once, then obviously you're
plus it's free. Pandora's not free anymore. So
it's not?
It's not. No. Didn't we talk about that?
Well,
40 hours a month.
Oh, well, it's still free though.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, it's not.
No, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. It's still free. Pandora is still free.
It's still free.
You can buy to have additional services if you want. Hold on, I'm just checking the stream real quick.
Now, is that's a native app, right?
What?
iTunes Radio?
It's in the iTunes. It's inside of the iTunes app.
Oh, it doesn't have its separate icon.
No.
That's very nice.
No, it's inside of the iTunes app. Now I'm trying to figure out if the stream is working. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, but it's inside of the iTunes app, which is pretty handy. It's actually the first tab, though, inside of the iTunes app. So if you... Well,
and I understand they changed the iTunes app too, right?
If you don't like the arrangement... Okay, because before, basically... What is in a folder? I got a text... Oh, well, thank you, Apple. I just wanted to respring my device right now. Okay, in the two music apps compared side by side, before you had playlists, artists. In iOS 6, I should say, you have playlist, artists, songs, albums, and then the More tab. In iOS 7, you have radio, playlists, artists, songs, and more. So they omit the album tab there.
Yeah.
Which I don't really care about. That's not a big deal to me. And they put the radio tab first. So you have radio tab where playlists was on iOS 6, but you still have you have to see the two side by sides if you want to go check out the video overview that I put up. But you have the radio tab first, which is kind of, I mean, they're probably just trying to push you into that radio section more, for obvious reasons, because they're trying to sell.
Well, it's nice that they put it in there, and it's not a separate little icon that gets in the way.
But you can move them too.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know about that. If you go to the More tab and then you tap on the edit
iOS
button
6.
on iOS 7 too.
Yeah.
You can move them.
Well, I'm just letting people know.
If you go to if you're on iOS 6, if you go to the More tab and then you tap on Edit at the top, Edit at the top. It's at the top left on iOS 6 or the top right on iOS 7. You can actually move those tabs around if you want, just by simply dragging them to different areas. So if you want the album area section, you can get it back, but it has to replace one of the other icons.
Yep.
Just a little note there in case you're curious about that. Well, let's go on to another feature here. The new app switcher, like you were talking about. It can go in landscape mode.
I like it.
But only if you're in an app that's in landscape mode.
Which is weird.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense. I mean, either all or nothing, I guess you should say. But
well, this is a beta, so it might be changing. You never really know.
Yeah.
They might not have intended. Like I noticed on the calculator app, when it's in landscape mode and you go into the app switcher and you go back into any app in landscape mode, it cuts out. It just takes a second to go full screen. It's a weird little.
It's one
bug.
thing that annoys the heck out of me. If I open Calculator, I have Calculator in a folder, right? I open Calculator, and then let's say I wanted to go back to my home screen. I press the home button, and it goes back to the folder I was in first. And
Not
then
like it
you
used
have to
to.
go back to the home screen.
That's not like it used to.
Well, because the folders used to be on the home screen. They didn't used to be their
Yeah.
own thing. So kind of annoying to me. And, I mean, whatever. It is what it is. It's, hopefully these little kinks get worked out before.
Well, and that's why they put out the betas.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can, if you do find issues, you can report them. And Apple recommends that you should do that if you're a registered developer. Be sure to do that. Now, as we mentioned last week, the camera app does have photo filters and a completely new design. You can swipe between video modes. They have a new square mode in case you want to take just a square picture for whatever reason. I prefer to take the full picture and then just crop it myself, but in case you want to take less of a picture.
That famous Instagram.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it really means that much to them to get people taking pictures in their camera app as opposed to in Instagram.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know why they did that, but a really cool feature, and I want to note this real quick, and then you guys can go check out the rest of the stuff on YouTube, but panoramic wallpapers. Really, really cool feature. So if you have panoramic photos on your iOS device, and you go, and this is only iOS 7, obviously, and you go to the wallpaper section, and you set a wallpaper from the panorama section on your iOS device, right? So I'm going to set this photo right
They have
here.
stock ones?
No, I downloaded these
Okay.
check this out. I'm going to set it to both my home screen and my lock screen. And when you have a panoramic photo set, and I have a video on this to show you how to do this in case you haven't seen it, and it's been crazy because it has like 60,000 views since the 12th. You can, when you move your phone, the panoramic photo pans with it.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So
I knew the background did that, but I didn't know it did that.
Yeah. So you can pan through the panoramic photo just by tilting your phone around. It's really, really cool. And it does it on your home screen too. If you're on your home scrreen. It's just a little thing. I mean, it's a gimmick.
You know what though? I've
Again.
seen that kind of stuff on Android phones, and it's not that smooth. It's not that smooth. It's just it doesn't look that good. It looks amazing.
No, it's cool. Yeah, it's a really cool little feature here. Definitely a really cool feature. Any panoramic photo that you have,
How do you get a panoramic photo?
you can take one with the camera. Yeah. Answering questions from my mom here that you guys couldn't hear because she was on microphone, but it's definitely a cool feature. It's kind of gimmicky, I mean, what's the real purpose of it is what I mean. You know what I mean?
Well-
like, except to show your friends, like, hey, look at what I can do.
It's nice, you know.
I guess. Who knows how? I don't know how much of an impact that makes on battery life. I would assume that it has some kind of an impact on battery life, but I'm not 100%
everything?
sure. Well, yeah, but I haven't tested it to see if it's more or less, because
Yeah.
obviously it's using an always on for your accelerometer and probably some graphics, to keep that flowing as smooth as it is. So I assume that that obviously that's going to drain your battery a little bit. One more little tidbit in iOS 7, you can finally put newsstand in a folder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How funny.
Yeah. So
I think that's the most impressive thing.
that's one of the most impressive features I've ever seen in iOS 7. No, not really. But let's get back into this discussion real quick here. We're talking about Xbox One and PS4.
Yes.
Now, okay, let me tell you this. First off, just the main specs that I have here on both of the consoles pulled up. This is via CNET, actually. Xbox One, $499. PlayStation 4, $399. And the availability for the Xbox One, November 2013. PlayStation 4, holidays 2013. So, according to the spec sheet, and you can find it at cnet.com, I mean, more or less, the specifications between the two devices are exactly the same. They have the same built-in 500 gigabyte hard drive. They have the exact same CPU. The RAM is basically the same, between 8 gigabyte DDR3 on the Xbox One and 8 gigabyte GDDR5 on the PlayStation 4, which you're not going to utilize all of that anyways on the PlayStation 4, so it doesn't matter. They'll probably only utilize that GDDR5 on games that are specific, that are made just for the PS4, that utilize the extra oomph, because really a lot of games are cross-platform and you're not going to see that used between the two a lot. So
yeah.
Same wireless, basically. Both have gigabit Ethernet. The only advantage here to the Xbox One is it says that the Xbox One has HDMI in and out. So in case that matters to you. They both have background downloading, native gameplay sharing video, and then you can stream on Twitch with Xbox One and Ustream with PlayStation 4. Really, there's not many other differences here between the two. Now, they do say that the PS4 will have different price points, depending on what you get. Which package you pick or whatever.
Yeah.
Whether that be like the PlayStation Move package, or I don't know. Honestly, I wasn't keeping up with the keynote for the PlayStation 4, so I'm not exactly sure of all of the little package notes there, the bundle notes, but I think, in my opinion, this comes down to loyalty.
Think so?
Yeah, I mean, okay, well,
for newcomer, like, not obviously not new, but
for people that have been playing one console or the other, which one you get depends on loyalty. Because
regardless of money.
Yeah, because they're exactly the same. I mean, it's not like one's better than the other as far as specs go.
No.
They're basically the same as far as that's concerned.
Unless you take into the consideration where, I mean, as far as specs, yeah, I agree.
We're talking about pure gameplay,
straight specs,
pure how your games look, how they function, how
some
the
people
system
do
works.
Some people do like the way Xbox looks versus PC. Not PC, but versus PlayStation.
Yeah, we're not talking about PC because that's a whole different league of gaming.
I didn't mean PC,
but PlayStation and Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, same. Basically, aside from the RAM, which is marginally different, because game developers aren't going to utilize that all on one system or the other. They're basically the same console, as far as like specs go, from the spec sheet that I'm reading off of right here. So maybe. I don't think this is incorrect, and from what I've read in the past, it's not. But when it comes down to pure specs, loyalty rules in this purchase decision. Now, if it comes down to renting and borrowing games, PlayStation definitely wins.
Yeah.
There's actually a really funny video if you go to youtube.com and search for PlayStation 4 lend games, and you'll see this official video pop up for PlayStation 4, and it's a tutorial on how to lend your friend games on the PlayStation 4, which, because it might be a little, it might be a little different than PlayStation 3 or even Xbox One. It's a little different than that. So basically, there's only one step. You just have to hand your friend the game, and then you've successfully lended your friend a game. So that is how you do it on PlayStation 4. Xbox One is a little bit different. There's all kinds of restrictions. You may not be able to do it. That's what people are saying so far.
For some that don't know, Microsoft has gone with a different kind of digital media rights, is what they call it.
Well, DRM is on music. It's on movies that you download.
They're going with a certain online digital in the clouds thing. Like if you're familiar with Steam brought it out quite a while ago, and a lot of people didn't like how it worked, but over a long time, everybody caught on.
Well, there's a lot of people that game with Steam. There's a lot of people. And
it wasn't very popular when it first came out.
That's one of those things where you buy a game and you can't share it with somebody.
No, it's on your computer.
You could bring your computer to somebody's house.
No, you can actually log in at a different computer as long as they have
download
Steam
it
and download it through your account.
Okay, well there you go.
However, I'm not sure if Xbox is going to do this because of their are they going to allow you to go on another Xbox and log in as your account and download it onto that Xbox?
Probably not.
Probably not.
No.
But they claim that this is going to make the games cheaper. Since Steam has free to $30 games, that's what Microsoft
like we were saying
is
earlier
projecting to have.
We were talking about this earlier. It's not going to affect the prices of games.
I don't believe so.
Because this is kind of a weird example, but you have, let's say, like on when Black Ops came out, right? You had, I'm talking about the original Black Ops.
Yeah.
You had Black Ops on Wii and Black Ops on Xbox 360. They were both $60.
Mm-hmm.
Wii was substantially lower quality. But you know what? You're not paying for what kind of quality you get because that doesn't matter to the game developers.
Yeah.
The game developers develop the game regardless of if you're running it on a PC like with some high-end gaming graphics or if you're running it on an Atari. They don't care. You're paying for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're paying for that game, the experience of that game. Yes, the graphics do take into play the experience, but that's kind of your thing, so it's kind of that was kind of off topic, I guess, but you get what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
I don't think that they're going to change the pricing because of the medium that is being delivered. I mean, look at iTunes. You didn't see album prices go down, really.
No.
I mean, they've dropped down because of the economy and stuff over the last few years. Prices for a CD.
Yeah.
But they've still been in the $10 to $15 range.
Sometimes you can find that $7.99 one.
Even on iTunes, they're but even at a record store, they're still $7.99 to $19.99 depending on what you buy.
And movies too.
Same with movies, yeah.
$20 for a brand new movie that comes out.
For a movie, you're getting way less actually than you would if you bought the DVD. You're getting a disc, you're getting artwork, you're getting a book to read through with the DVD.
Yep.
iTunes, you pay $20, you get a movie and you can watch it, and that's it. And it's stored in your iCloud account. You don't even get to hold on to the movie ever. So the medium of purchasing a game or movie or an album or anything does not affect the price, and it will not affect the price.
Well, they claim it's because of the rights that they had to purchase to have people borrow games and sell games on their own, like GameStop and different places that actually buy and trade. They have to pay an extra amount to purchase that right for their gamers to have that ability. And they're saying that's why it's going to be cheaper. And that's all speculation, really.
Yeah.
It's all rumor. Did they really say that? That's what I have read, but you can't always believe everything you read. And I don't think it's going to actually take effect like it will. And if it does, I will be really surprised.
Yeah, I mean, but aside from, so we've taken into account specifications, which there's really no difference between the two. We've taken into account
and
purchasing mediums, which is pretty much the same, more or less.
And real quick, the pricing isn't that much different either, because the price for the PS4 does not come with their iCam. And that's like $60 right there.
It says though. Are you sure?
That's what I was reading.
I don't know. It says Move controller with PlayStation 4.
Well, no, that's the new controller that they have, but the iCam, the little the Kinect type device that they have.
That's another thing too.
That's $60 extra bucks.
The Xbox requires you to be online for it to work.
Oh, it requires now?
Requires. It's always on. It has to be connected to the internet or else you cannot play games.
I mean, anybody that has one usually has it connected to the internet, but
I'll give
at
you
the
that.
same time,
Okay,
I don't feel
now
like
here's
it
the
should
thing.
have to.
If it's always on, does that mean we have to pay for an Xbox Live account?
Oh.
You know what I mean? They haven't said anything about
More
that.
expensive.
But if it has to be connected to the internet for you to play a game, do you have to have an Xbox Live account to play anything? I mean, is that something that they're going to force you to buy now? Is there an option? We don't know. I guess we'll find out when it...
I do understand the whole having to be online to play anything because
Why?
that's how it works.
I know, but not really.
Well, that's how...
You don't have to be online with PlayStation 4.
That's how... What I'm saying is that's how the digital purchasing games nowadays on PC, like Steam, that's how that works. You have to be online to sign into Steam to play those games.
All I'm saying is that's not how PlayStation works.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
lost your words on that one.
Well, no, I mean there's certain games that you can play offline, but not
pretty much any game you can play offline. Game developers don't build online only games.
Exactly.
Really. They build games with as it is right now. You know, when you buy Black Ops or Call of Duty Ghosts or whatever, you're getting this experience. You're getting a nice career, gameplay experience.
Yeah. But you also
have
a
story and everything and campaigns and stuff. And then off to the side here, you have a multiplayer thing, which is, online.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're not building them around online functionality right now. That's not how it is. But I think that that's definitely a downside for Microsoft having online only.
I did not know about that.
Yeah, it's got to be connected. That's what they said anyway. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know. But if you haven't answered yet, go ahead and leave your answer in the comments. Xbox One or PlayStation 4? What is your take on this? What do you prefer to have? Which one are you going to buy when it comes out later this year?
And also, you can pre-order right now too.
Yeah, you can. I wouldn't.
You know what I hear though?
I doubt they're going to sell out.
I heard that Xbox pre-orders are less than PlayStation 4 pre-orders.
I don't know about that.
I don't know what that would mean.
I think Amazon had them for $500.
They are $500.
Yeah.
But they say PS4 were
PS4. I don't think they're on. Is it on pre-order already?
I think so.
No.
Maybe not.
I don't know. But let us know which one you prefer and tell us why. So, which Xbox One or PS4 and why? Why are you choosing that one over the other? Is there a specific reason? Is there a specific standout feature that you like about one? Or does it just come down to loyalty for you? Me, I have an Xbox and a PlayStation, and I play both of them quite frequently, so it just depends. I mean, in all logical honesty, I'd probably go with the cheaper one.
Yeah.
But I don't play by logic at all.
Well, and also be sure to check out the videos on iOS 7. Go to Mac Mixing, YouTube, website.
Oh, yeah, and I'll probably be having some kind of giveaway here soon because I'm over 20,000 subscribers now.
Giveaways are fun.
20,277 as of right this second, so thank you very much for that. So keep an eye out for more videos coming out throughout the week, and let us know what you think, Xbox One or PlayStation 4, in the comments. And we will catch you guys pretty soon here. Same bat time, same bat channel next week. Monday, Sunday, whenever you happen to listen to this. You can subscribe to us on iTunes. Be sure to rate the podcast.
It could be tomorrow.
Yes. Let us know what you guys think and what we should do better or what we are doing great about. Thanks again. We'll talk to you guys next week.